Hey guys, it's your best fight friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, according to my sources, primarily Mike Carpenter from The Athletic, Vasyl Lomachenko versus Teofima Lopez. It's on October 17th.
Yeah.
And bonus, they're trying to put it on free ESPN. Not
Yes,
free,
definitely.
but ESPN,
Bonus.
regular ESPN.
Yeah.
That is the fight that boxing needs, baby. I'm all for it.
Right, like we just haven't had, we've had some good fights, since, the pandemic was a thing in our lives. In 2020.
We've had good UFC fights.
No, in boxing, there's been,
some
stuff.
Good
but what I'm
fight.
saying is, I've watched some boxing matches that were, but what I'm saying about this is, actually, this has the feel of...
What I'm saying is, you liked watching it because it was boxing, but it was like some huge favorite against some guy you've never heard of.
Right. Well,
which is we're conditioned as boxing fans to be like, oh, this is.
I mean, what about the UFC fighter that's now a boxer?
Clay Collar, baby. Yeah, but that's a happy accident.
Having the best year of his life. Anyway, all I'm saying, this has the feel of hey, in boxing, we're finally getting something that is official. It's officially announced. Tyson Fury Wilder kept getting pushed. Well, and I don't know when it's happening.
Now Showtime has a whole slew of fights that are coming out that they announced, the PBC fights.
Yeah.
And there's some good fights on that list too. My favorite one, and I think we talked about this before, was Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Primarily because I think Gervonta Davis is the real deal.
Right.
And here's why I'm bringing it up. Hey, why doesn't the winner of that fight the winner of this fight? Can we get that fight? Because, oh my gosh. But first of all, let's just talk about Vasyl Lomachenko, Teofima Lopez. That's a great fight. It's a title unification fight at 135 pounds. They're clearly the two best lightweights in the world. And I tell you what, Lopez is going to be a slight underdog in the fight, but he is the real deal. He's got everything that he needs to be the guy that beats and maybe even stops Lomachenko, who's a lot of people's #1 pound-for-pound fighter. He's that good. He's that talented. He hits that hard. This is a huge fight, and I'm excited about it.
Tell me this. So, we remember when Lomachenko first came on the scene.
Yes.
And he shockingly got beat by Orlando Salido.
Well, you remember that well because you and I were there.
Right.
To be fair to him, it was his second fight.
Right, but it was but you usually don't hear about fighters this early.
Well, it's because he won all those gold medals.
So it was this, he was really just his name everywhere and then it was okay, well now he needs to do some work, right? To me, his biggest what is supporter out there, I think, is probably Max Kellerman. And he's pushed as being really skilled. Like you said, he's the top pound for pound in a lot of people's things. Why to Rachel am I kind of
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, he's really good, but
it's because you live with me. It's because here's the thing. It's because at the beginning of his career, everybody was ready to crown him without him actually having done anything worthy of it. They wanted to put him in the top 10 lists. They wanted to talk about him like he's the best pound for pound in the world, even though he really hadn't accomplished the same kind of things that Canelo Alvarez and other fighters had done. And so I was always against that idea. Now, of course, now he's won a bunch of world titles. He's done things now where, he's one of the top 2 or 3
But why don't I put
pound.
him on the same, in my mind, or the way I feel?
I know why that is too, Rachel.
I don't put him on the same level as Canelo Alvarez.
Because of that power, baby.
Is it because it's a smaller weight class, and so I just have a prejudice against smaller weight classes?
I think really, you know what? He's one of 2 people in my life that have refused interviews with me, video interviews with me, and I think that we harbor resentment towards him. Sorry, Vasyl, rolling with Lopez now, huh? You didn't have time for me, huh? Well, Lopez might not either, but hey, listen, I'm just kidding. He's a great fighter. He's a southpaw. I love watching Lomachenko fight. I think that's something that hinders Lomachenko. As he's moved up in weight, is that he doesn't carry his elite power up the chain the way that Manny Pacquiao did, for example. Well, nobody does that, really, but Manny Pacquiao was able to do that. That's what made him so great.
Yeah.
Lomachenko's not like that, and so that's why I think at lightweight, against a hard puncher like Lopez, who's a great athlete, you remember when Lomachenko got knocked out? Lomachenko got knocked down by Jorge Linares. There's another guy, a great athlete, a big guy. I think Lopez is a lot better than Linares. I think that Lomachenko doesn't hit hard enough at 135. He hits hard, but not hard enough, right, to really keep people off of him. And I think that it's a great test for Lomachenko. If he can beat Lopez, man, what a great win that would be. And vice versa. Lopez has a great shot of establishing himself as one of the elite fighters in the world today. So it's a fascinating fight.
Yeah,
Either
two
way,
things, like, on my side. Maybe in my head he's not like the level of like a Canelo Alvarez. Maybe it's because he hasn't at lighter weights. There's less opportunity to beat opponents that Canelo Alvarez has beat. So it might be that. So I'm just putting that out there. Secondly, if Lopez were to beat Lomachenko, it would be huge for him because I see him as a very powerful, right? He brings a lot of power. And this kind of like what do you call that? Like a bully like fighter. Like his power's coming with him, and like once he's gonna get you. So here's what I see Lomachenko as being: very athletic, very fast, and very skilled. If Lopez can beat like that in a fighter that's different from him, then that means he's bringing to the ring not just power. You know, he's not just going to walk down and bully this guy with like while he throws these power punches until they're knocked out. Like with Loma, he's going to have to find a way to like eradicate like his athleticism, his quickness, and cut off the ring. I think he's gonna need some skill. Is what I'm saying to beat Loma. Yeah. And so, because I don't think Loma's gonna get caught with a shot like maybe that last guy did. What did we watch?
Yeah, and Linares is one of the. Yeah. He's a very skilled world champion fighter who's also a great athlete, who's also a lot bigger than Lomachenko. Like those things. Yes, like you have to have those other things. You have to be skilled, and he was getting beat in that fight too. Yeah, Linares. So
I'm definitely really interested in this fight. And
please, winner, be sure to fight Gervonta Davis. Man, I'm not trying to rule you out, Leo Santa Cruz, but after Gervonta Davis beats you, and I want to see Gervonta Davis fight. The winner of that fight should fight the winner of this fight. I have demanded it. What? If only it was so easy in boxing. I've demanded. I've decreed it.
I know. We've been demanding subscribers for quite some time now.
I have decreed that we will take our 1,000th subscriber tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have decreed it.
It hasn't.
I have spoken. Hey, but seriously, thanks for liking.
I was like, oh, do you have your Baby Yoda shirt on? No, it's not.
Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. We love talking about our favorite combat sports, which is primarily MMA and boxing. Thanks for hanging out with us and being our best boxing friends. Yay!